Hi, I'm Lisa. Thanks for choosing Mojozy. If you have questions about the business side of your practice, then check out our tutorials. We've made them short, simple, and entertaining. Our goal is to develop your mojo as private practitioners. So please subscribe, comment, and like us. Watch and enjoy.
Credentialing has turned out to be one of the most intimidating processes for therapists, and there probably is a good reason that it has earned this reputation. It has created the type of anxiety for mental health professionals that algebra or trigonometry engendered in the past. You are certainly not alone if the mere mention of the word credentialing gives you chills, but we are here to break it down into simple terms so that you can fully understand. So take a deep breath and let us get into it. So what exactly is credentialing? If you have ever applied for a job or even an internship, you most likely had to demonstrate to the employer that you have the educational background, training, and experience that they prefer or require. There are not many employers that will simply take your word that you meet the requirements. For example, a commercial airline would not hire you to pilot their planes based solely on your verbal statement indicating that you are qualified. They want proof in the form of written documents, and they will take you through a process that may involve reference checking, criminal background checks, and other verifications. And as an airline passenger, you too would want to know that the pilot operating the aircraft is qualified and competent. Well, the same is true for credentialing in mental health. Think of credentialing as applying for a job, in which you are the applicant. In this context, you are applying to a health insurance company, which is the employer. You want the health insurance company to hire and pay you to provide services such as individual therapy, substance abuse evaluations, or psychological testing to their customers. Insurance companies do not want to take your word that you are qualified, so they have established standards and requirements for what they need to see to hire you. There are 3 basic steps insurance companies take to credential. First, they gather information. Every insurance company has its own list of required information. You will be asked to provide personal and professional information and documents. In many cases, these documents are quite easy to produce. In other cases, it will require some digging into files and dusting off old documents. As such, keeping accessible and organized records is strongly recommended. Second, they verify whether the information you provided is accurate. Third, they decide as to whether they hire you, or in more specific terms, include you in their network of providers. Part of their decision is also based on their needs within a particular area. For example, if you practice in an area where there is a strong need for bilingual therapists, then your bilingual abilities may be heavily weighed. If the insurance company has very few mental health providers who treat children and preteens, then you may be at an advantage for being hired if that is your focus. So just like any job that you apply for, insurance companies are not just asking if you're qualified, but they are also determining if you fill a need that they have. Like how each employer has their own process or standards for hiring their staff, each insurance company differs in terms of their credentialing requirements. And to take it even further, each state has different requirements. So, for example, an insurance company in Florida may have vastly different credentialing requirements from its location in California. Even though they are the same insurance company, the state laws in part drive how credentialing is done. Finally, there is one more concept that you may encounter with select insurance companies. It is called privileging. Privileging involves determining if you are trained and competent to perform a specific task, procedure, or service. So using our pilot example, the airline may determine that the pilot can operate their planes, but in order for the pilot to operate at night, he or she must provide additional documents showing the number of flight hours at night. In the mental health field, an insurance company may determine if you meet their credentialing requirements, but they may go further to declare that if you want to provide EMDR, hypnotherapy, or biofeedback services, for example, then you must go through another process that demonstrates and proves you have the specific training and skills to perform these services. Now, is that difficult? Understanding these basic concepts are your first step in the credentialing process. Visit us at www.mojozy.org for more information. And please don't forget to provide a thumbs up, subscribe, follow, and share if you like this lesson.